Alright, hello guys, it's your boy Aboon Sucks once again, and on my last video I didn't really understand what this new Mortal Kombat X is. I was kind of optimistic at first and stuff, and hopefully kind of like it might turn the corner. But after I seen this new interview, this latest interview, I think it's like 4 days after the official E3 release, that one, I saw this one, this next interview just like about an hour ago, and what I'm about to show you and tell you guys here, I'm going to save you guys a bunch of money here on this next game. And you're going to find out why of what Ed here says. And so yeah, it's gonna be a skeptic review, and I guarantee you guys are gonna thank me later after watching this. So let's go ahead and see it, because I gotta tell you guys, man, it's unreal. It's worse than I imagined.
Hey everybody, we are backstage at the Warner Brothers booth, and I'm joined by Ed Boon, co-creator of Mortal Kombat, creative director of NetherRealm. Is it like all kinds of 9 different titles?
That sounds right. Yeah.
Great to be here with you, talking about the new Mortal Kombat. Okay, this is the 10th Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
How do you pronounce the name of the new game?
The official title is X, Mortal Kombat X.
Okay.
But, X means also Roman numeral 10. X means next, as in next generation consoles.
Yeah.
X means generation of characters. Cassie Cage is the next generation of consoles. So there's a number of multiple meanings to the word X.
Okay, all right. Okay. Because I went back and forth on it. I was like, wait a minute, is it 10 or X? Like, people were like, no, Ed said it was 10.
Of course it's going to get confusing.
He's on my Facebook wall saying it was 10. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. We refer to it internally as 10 until it was announced, and then it became X.
Now it's X. Okay, all right. And thanks for spending some time with us. All right, we'll see you.
Yeah, best interview ever.
So, in between MK9 and now Mortal Kombat X, you worked on Injustice.
That's right.
I gotta say, from the looks of the fatalities in this game, it seems like maybe some people got a little pent up during the development of Injustice and had some things to work out.
Yeah. The tech guys in our team, they gave us this demo, like, it's what we're calling like Gore Tech 3.0. And it's kind of like, different ways that you can cut up a human being. And so they're showing, you can slice somebody at any point in your body, and you can do all this stuff. And so that kind of set everybody going. And so we're like, okay, you can blow holes in people, and you can slice any part of the body. So that inspired that whole Scorpion fatality.
Yeah.
That I don't know if the public has seen it yet. It's in our demo, and we cut it in the Sony press conference. So the end of it is really nasty.
Yes, it is. Yeah, there's and some post-fight screens of just characters missing faces and fronts of brains and twitching tongues and all this. You're really going for it on another level here. I feel like it's been brutal in the past, but man, come on.
There was some stuff that is in the build that I'm hoping people don't see, just because it's kind of like in the realm of you shouldn't be allowed to do that shit. And so, but at the same time, you got to keep raising the bar if you're going to have that same reaction.
Okay, yeah, I agree. You do have to raise the bar after every game. I agree with you. We're on, at least that we can agree on. We're on the same page so far. Okay, hang on a second. My computer is screwing up.
It's true. The M rating. You get a wide berth of where to go.
We might have raised it a little bit too far, but your reaction pretty much justifies it.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. you know, you've got Cassie Cage in the game, the offspring of Johnny Cage and Sonya Blade. You know, obviously they, you know, if we go from the story of the last game, those two characters kind of, you know, got a little close by the end there. So are we picking up from MK9? Are we starting over again? What's...
Yeah, you know, we can't release a lot of details of it, but I'll tell you more than I've told anybody so far yet.
It's the first day of the show. You have 2 days to tell people more.
The story does pick up where MK9 did, not from the exact moment that it ended, but it's certainly a continuation of it. But then we also have big gaps of time that we jump forward. And so at one point we're 25 years ahead. And you know, we're actually, you know, and again, it's not necessarily a linear story in terms of.
Okay, there's the problem. See, oh God. See, when it comes to Ed Boon, time is not linear to this guy. Time means nothing to him. I mean, it's so god-awful, obscene, and ridiculous. How would you like to do it this way? Say if, in a scenario like this, how about this? You're watching Star Wars Episode 1 for the very first time. Okay, say I'm George Lucas, okay? You're watching Star Wars for the very first time, Episode 1. Take out all that stuff you already know about it, okay? You're seeing it for the very first time. The very first time. I'm up in the film room, and you see the credits roll as it rolls into the stars. Okay, then I fast forward it for about an hour and a half. Okay, then I hit play, and you watch it for about 5 or 10 minutes. Then I hit rewind for about 30 minutes. Okay, then I hit play, and you watch it there for about 5 minutes. Then I fast forward the movie for 45 minutes, and play, and you watch it there, and rewind it for about an hour, and rewind it for an hour. You know, I mean, how would you like to watch a movie like that, or any movie like that? You would say, like, what the hell is this? What's this going on? What is, you know, who's this? Who's that guy? The Force? I don't understand. What is all this? I mean, who's the main character? What's going on? It is just so, I don't know. I don't even care. I'm walking up out of the theater and I'm going to get my damn refund. That's what this game here is. You wouldn't want anything to do with that. If it rewinds, it fast forwards, it rewinds, what the hell are we going here? You know, oh Jesus Christ. I mean, seriously, if my brain could puke, it would. God. And this isn't even the bad part. I mean, this is just like the tip of the iceberg. Wait until you see what he says next. Oh, shit.
Like, you know, we revisit things, we go, you know, learn new stuff about the characters go in the past. But anyway, it does at some point is that 25 years in the future. And Johnny Cage and Sonya Blade have had a daughter, and it's Cassie. And, you know, until somebody asked me today, it never even occurred to me. They said, you know, what are you going to do about fatalities? You know, again, in the characters, I was like, oh, shit. Like, we've never had relatives.
Oh, yeah. Common sense finally fucking hit me. Oh, yeah. Oh.
You know, like, so we'll probably just say screw it and just have them do it anyway.
Yeah, screw it. Yeah, who cares, really? I mean, yeah. Why wouldn't Johnny Cage do that to his daughter? You know, I mean, seriously, okay, that part I can probably forgive and stuff. I can look past that, but seriously, come on, you should have seen that one coming. Oh, my daughter's gonna be in Mortal Kombat Death Tournament. How should I raise my daughter? I mean, seriously, it's really, I mean, I know it's a video game, guys, but come on. You could have done it. You hired some better writers. Even the writers saw that one coming.
Might as well. Yeah, you know, there's plenty of precedent for that throughout all of history.
But yeah, that's it is
Just
25 years at one point, and you do see that stuff. Cool.
Do you have a set character count right now? The character select screen you're showing, I think, has 24 slots on it. But I feel like when MK9 debuted, it was not the real select screen either.
Yeah,
so
there's. You'll also notice that the boxes are kind of floating. So, you know, they're not necessarily fixed in place.
Okay, all right.
And
are those
so,
real silhouettes? There's a guy wearing a little hat and saw, you know, some other stuff.
Yeah,
you know,
100% real. 100%.
not just clip art that you're just like shading out for an E3 demo.
Have we ever done something dickish like that?
Who would blame the developers of Mortal Kombat?
It's called
for deceiving
MK
people?
versus DC.
I remember when the Mortal Kombat 2 firmware update came out that changed all the fatalities.
Yeah, I know.
It's called MK versus DC. That's pretty dickish.
I know.
What you guys
Yeah, that was kind of dickish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, there's hints of truth in there.
Okay.
But there's a lie or two in there. So
A lie or two.
so we just wanted to kind of mess with people's heads.
Cool. So in addition to having all of these individual characters, now you've got character variations.
Yes. Yes.
And it seems like it's 3 per character. You kind of select your character, then you select what variation you want. What led to that?
You know what it was? We were messing around with different mechanics, and at one point it was a kind of a subset of it, where it was basically like, you know, let's give Scorpion the option of, you know, having an attack move that has a sword, you know,
yeah.
and let's have Sub-Zero, you know.
Okay, having a sword option. Cool. Good to know.
It's funny, if you've tracked Mortal Kombat over the years, sometimes Sub-Zero has a clone, sometimes he doesn't.
Yeah.
You know, Scorpion sometimes has this, you know, just different variations of them. And so, you know, as we were trying it, we got excited about certain things. It was like, okay, let's bump it up, bump it up, bump it up. And then at some point, the characters just became kind of different versions, different variations of the character. And some are, you know, focusing in on, you know, more in your face and more kind of backing up. And it makes for a much more interesting thing. So if you pick Scorpion, you know, it's not like I go, okay, well then I'm going to counter it with, you know, Devore or Sub-Zero, something like that. It's like, if you pick, you know, Sword Scorpion, then I might, Ninja Scorpion, then I might pick, you know, this character. Fighting games are a lot about matchups, you know, who can do that. And so that, I think, creating more variables like that, just giving the player that many more variables, a bigger canvas, more brushes, more colors, it just makes for more interesting results.
And I'm sure it makes it way more difficult to balance also.
It makes it ridiculous. And you know, we're definitely going to have all the Evo guys and the MLG guys and all that stuff into the studio to kind of help balance things.
So some new systems in the game as well. It's not just MK9 with different characters and variations. It looks like a little bit of Injustice got in there with some of the background interaction.
Yeah.
You know, I think naturally, since this game is following Injustice, there is an association with like, oh, okay, let's, you know, work that in. But you know, this is on such a smaller scale. You know, like we're not gonna flip any cars on people. We're not grabbing TV sets or launching missiles and stuff like that. I thought it was awesome for Injustice, but this is really about, you know, I like to call it like leveraging. You know, it's like kind of like, you know, if I can, you know, use this to leverage myself and get over to the corner here, you know, it's an advantage. If I
again, the platforms, you wouldn't have a corner to begin with. I don't know what possessed you to throw away scrap the whole section from Deadly Alliance all the way up to Armageddon from a 3D environment. I don't know what possessed you to do that, but I mean, there were no corners. There were death traps, fine, whatever. But I mean, whatever happened to like hexagon or circles or squares or even triangle arenas? I mean, why do you have to still be in either left or right? Those are your only two options. Those are not options. Those are not a hell of a lot of options. It's like either you play the game or you don't. Well, hell, there's a hell of a lot of options.
You can run up this wall or something like that. It's mainly to kind of, again, fighting games again are a lot about positioning yourself in the.
Yeah, well, you can only do, well, in the games that you've been making here recently, you can only do that in either left or right. So what's about the positioning that is so critical to your games?
The environment,
getting yourself out of trouble, getting yourself into trouble.
But there's an occasional, you know, projectile and stuff like that. But you know, this time around you could block it and everything like that. So it's very, it's a little bit more subdued and not nearly as big in scale as like a superhero game.
Sure. And it looks like there's a stamina meter there in there to kind of prevent it from you're just like spamming the button.
Well, the stamina meter also is affecting other things, like, you know, you can run in this game. There's no run button, but you can dash and start running. But we don't want people running all the way across the thing, you know, and so the stamina meter is going to help us kind of balance a lot of that stuff.
So
So
you have your combat codes for unlimited run,
right?
Like, you know, like
exactly, exactly. But we're gonna so a lot of that stuff, you know, like it's still very early.
Sure.
You know, we're still kind of flushing out some of the details of it, but that's the basic idea, is to kind of like put a limiter on some of the things.
Cool. Now, I mean, I'm sure, you know, I'm sure you have a story mode. I'm sure you'll have online. You know, you've said
We don't know yet. We don't know.
We don't know that. I don't know. Are you gonna buy my game? Yeah, I don't know. Like, you know, it's only you know, $100. So yeah, come on, buy my game.
Know that yet?
What? No idea. Let's just come up with characters.
Yeah, man, just buy my stuff. God, what do I look like? The director of this game?
Maybe a story.
Yeah, you know, we'll definitely have a story mode. We're going to have this new online mode.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. And basically what he's saying here, this is what really killed it right here for me. He says, oh, yeah, that story mode, yeah, okay, but getting back to the online game, you know, I was like, story mode, great, yeah, single player, whatever, but about this online game, guys, God. Yeah, that's what I was gonna, and the guy on the left here is like, yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you to begin with. Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot to read the cue cards. You know. So again, that right there says it all about single player. Just another middle finger to the single player. And you say, yeah, story mode, great, but getting back to single player, or getting back to multiplayer or online play, that says it all right there. As far as story goes, as far as single player goes, all that shit. That said it all.
Yeah, that's what I want to ask about. It mentioned persistence.
It's one of those things. It's like, you know, you can't talk about everything like that, but I can tell you that it is a persistent metagame that everybody participates in.
Cool.
And it's something that hasn't been done in fighting games before. We really feel like, you know, we wanted to go a step above. You know, it's great to have, ranked matches and player matches and all that stuff, and even the six.
Yeah, it sounds like you just cut one and he's just waving his hand up and down, you know. Yeah, whew, boy, that was a rop one, just like this game I flopped out.
The 6-player, King of the Hill mode and stuff like that is great. But at some point we want something that is persistent, that people keep coming in to check, you know, how am I doing, how are we doing, you know. It's a very exciting thing. I can't wait for us to take the wrappers off that and get more detail.
Cool. So you're out next year. You're also coming out on the older platforms.
Yeah.
Are you guys doing that work, or is that just someone else
we're doing the lead SKU, which is the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, and somebody else is going to be doing the 360 and the PS3.
Okay, cool. So you guys get to focus on just like the top
100%. Yeah. And as a matter of fact, you know, like our Gore-Tex.
Yeah, basically, right there, that just says it all about it. It says, yeah, we're just focusing in on the the Xbox One and the PS4 and stuff like that. Basically, what he's saying there is just to all you gamer fans out there, the ones that bought into the 360 and the PS3 and the Nintendo Wii and all that other shit, you know, I'm not going to waste my time on that. I'm just going to waste it on this next console up, because I mean, seriously, I mean, E3 just like cut me a check of $1,000 just to show up at, you know, show up this weekend. So I'm doing pretty good. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to go back to the Bahamas and sipping some martinis and and laying out on the beach. You know, that's the bottom line. He does not give a shit about all you guys that followed him off of. I mean, seriously, think about it like this. you know, I used to be, I'm what you call an ex, you know, renegade Mortal Kombat fan, you know, and you know, usually on all of his games that Ed Boon has ever created, it's like he made 3 games per console, okay? For the 360 and the PS3, he only came out with only one official game for those consoles. Just one official game. Keep that in mind. Just one. Now, for me, I don't directly buy his shit as soon as it comes off the market, okay? I mean, if it was up to these hardcore gamer fans, they would, if they knew where the factories were, they would be having they would be standing right outside the parking lot, okay? I mean, they would have security gates, security cameras, and security booths, and, you know, and toll booths and all this other shit. I mean, they would stand, there's, I want my game right now! I mean, as soon as it's printed, I mean, that's how fucked up it is. But I didn't buy into that shit because I knew what was going to expect. I got the game at a retail price for, you know, not even half that. If at the most I'd buy it for half at retail price. By normal times I have a few connections actually like lend me the game, and I do a review and I say, oh, okay, well this game kind of sucks, and for redemption, I don't want to see Mortal Kombat die. It's kind of like, for me, it's kind of like an ex-girlfriend. I don't want to see any harm come to her. I mean, you know, for me, I don't want to see it, you know, die. I want it to succeed. I want it to do great, you know, and become friends and all that other shit. But as far as this goes, I mean, it just gets buried under more and more obscene, stupid shit. You know, seriously. I mean, I bought the game Mortal Kombat Rebirth at a bum's price, you know, and then on PC, okay, and that's how I played it and reviewed it and stuff. And why? Because I played on there, hook it up to my, you know, controller for Microsoft that has a USB port. There, argument debunked. So I don't need to go out and buy a console per Mortal Kombat game. Okay? So you tell me who come out ahead on this. You know, I don't much care for all those other games, but as far as Mortal Kombat is concerned, if that's not, you know, being, you know, a true MK fan, I don't know what the fuck is. I don't know what your definition is of being a Mortal Kombat fan. There's a difference between being a Mortal Kombat fan and being a Mortal Kombat sheep, where you just follow it right off the edge of a cliff. You know, I don't need to, with PCs, I don't need to buy multiple PCs per Mortal Kombat game. You know, I mean, it used to be 3 games per console. Now it's not even that anymore. It's just 1 game per console. So whenever this next game's coming out, well, new Mortal Kombat game's coming out, well, better get me my new PC. Fuck no, I don't have to do that shit. I don't have to waste my fucking time with it. I still got my PC right here to play it, do just fine. But, I mean, so you tell me where the common sense is. If that, I mean, seriously, I'm not standing in line waiting for it to come out, or pre-order or any of that other shit. So, you tell me.
And stuff like that. We're kind of like, you know, how do we do that on last gen? Oh, we'll figure that out later.
Yeah, fuck it. Figure out later. Yeah, don't even worry about it. Check ready yet? No? Okay, I'll just sit here and bullshit some more.
Definitely. Yeah. But we made decisions like that say, like, hey, if we can't do it, we don't care. We're just going to.
What was that? I'm sorry. Say that. Just say that again.
Decisions like that say, like, hey, if we can't do it, we don't care.
One more time. Just one more time, okay?
Yeah. So yeah, but we made decisions like that say like, hey, if we can't do it, we don't care.
We don't care. We don't care. We're just gonna do what we want to do. That's what he said, folks. You heard it here, folks. You know, I'm not ad-libbing to this. I didn't. None of this shit. This is from his own lips. We don't care. We're gonna do our own thing, and you're gonna buy our shit. We're just gonna, yeah. What more fucking evidence do you guys need? I mean, seriously, save yourself some money, guys. Wait for that retail price to drop, at least by half the price. I'm tired of this fucker getting away with it all the time. Yeah, we don't care. We're just gonna do what our thing. Seriously. Seriously, I mean, really, folks. If I was the actual George Lucas and did this kind of shit, you know, you would fucking flame his ass to the wall and say, like, all the way up to the moment. Let's say, like, all the way up to Anakin Skywalker is fighting his apprentice Obi-Wan Kenobi, right? And he has this time amulet. And let's just say, for the sake of argument, Obi-Wan's losing, okay? And he has this, like, little high-tech rewind watch, reverses it all the way to the beginning of all the way to the point where he's 5 years old again, where Anakin's 5 years old again. Then, the young Obi-Wan Kenobi has flashes of the future, which alter his current present, and, you know, eventually kills, you know, Obi-Wan in his teenager's years, you know, and then it has this whole new alternate universe, and then we're going to fast forward like 25 years into the future, and this next, like, say on episode 2, we're going to have this other game. It's called Star Wars versus Star Trek. Yeah, where the Death Star versus the Enterprise and all this cool stuff, and then is going to be, you know, is it going to be linear with the other previous movies? No. We're just going to do this. Then after that, we're going to do Star Wars Episode 3, where it really had nothing to do with that one in between. And then we're going to fast forward into the future about 25 years and see what have these new characters and have a new hero or main character. Yes, it's all coming together rather nicely. Money. And after that, me and, you know, Steven Spielberg, Tim Burton, and Michael Bay are gonna link up and we're gonna create the most awesomest movie ever. Seriously, folks, like I said earlier, if my brain could puke, it would. I would, like, rip out my brain, squeeze it like a sponge of all the black shit that I fucking listened and seen and heard. Every drop of it, it's fucking hell. My God, I mean, that's what this game is. That's what this game is. I mean, it has rewinding time, fast forward it, rewind, fast forward. I can't fucking watch a movie like that. I can't watch any movie. No one can watch a movie like that. People would be getting up and walking out of that theater demanding for a refund. Same goes with games, man. Time is linear, Ed. Time is fucking linear. God almighty. Oh. Seriously, you could not watch a movie like that. I dare you to try. If the first movie, say if this first movie, this Ninja Turtles movie came in. Now, before you watch that, watch about 10 minutes into the intro, and then fast forward it. For the very first time you're going to watch this has to be your very first time. Then you got to fast forward it for about an hour. Then you got to rewind it for about half hour. Then fast forward it 45 minutes. You would not know what the fuck is going on. So, I mean, that's what this game is falling apart. He can't come up with a story, nor him or the writers can't come up with a linear, actual, continuity story. It just crumbles apart. It doesn't even have a foundation to stand on. Seriously, I during my last video, I thought I kind of had a bleak of hope. But now after seeing this shit, whew, boy, that light died out pretty damn quick.
We're gonna do the best game we can on the most current generation.
Yeah. All right. And leave it to the.
I love this next what's about to happen here. I fucking love it. You guys are going to
The other guys to figure out how to make it all work. Awesome. So you're out in 2015. Any kind of tighter window than
Well,
that?
it's definitely going to be after the 1st of January.
Okay, got it.
But before December 31st.
All right. Okay. So April then. That's when your games come out.
I
wish we could give a date, but
I don't give a damn.
It's one of those things.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, Ed, best of luck. It's looking pretty good. Life is freaking out. So.
Yeah, that's because the camera is short circuit from all the ridiculous bullshit it just had to record. Oh fuck. So there you go, guys. There's the truth. You know, if I was to give you a bunch of lies, it would be nothing but disrespectful to you. So, you know, give it a thumbs up, give it a thumbs down, you know, and you know, but before you guys start hating on me and doing all this shit, just do yourself this one favor. Just interact, share ideas, share thoughts, interact, you know, construct you know, ideas and see if you can come to an agreement on some level or not. You know, share thoughts, ideas, knowledge, and just at least one of you out there, do this one thing. Sprinkle a little parsley flakes of common sense, okay, on top of that. I mean, it's like if you guys didn't have any of those things and you're eating this bowl of shit, and if you just sprinkled just a touch of common sense on top of this bowl, and your first bite would be, yeah, I'm eating a bowl of shit. You would never eat it ever again. So, this is your boy Ed Boon Sucks, and that, my friends, is how it's done.